Hi guys, so this is a review of the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I have them in two different shades because one didn't match me in the summer. One of them does every other time of the year. Why am I saying one of them? Why don't I just tell you which one? Hello. So 30 beige and 40 amber. Beige amber? Beige amber or desert, I don't know. 40. And the other one is 30 beige. So it's SPF 15. They're really, really quite tiny, aren't they? They're 30 mil, so 1 fluid ounces. And they retail, I don't know, I think they're like about 50 bucks. So it's a bit pricey for sure. But it's Chanel, so you know, what the hell. Right, so it's a very, very nice foundation. As I've mentioned previously, I could never do Chanel foundations. They didn't work for me at all. Hideousness. What did I try? I tried the Vitalumiere and the Perfection Lumiere and the lifting something or other. Oh, I can't even remember. There was one other one that wasn't too bad. So, and then I just went off of them because I just thought, you know, I want to make it work. Everybody seems to love them. I love seeing it on the Pixie Woo girls. Their skin looks luminescent and fantastic when they use it, but you know, it's a moot point because they've discontinued it and this is now sort of taken over, and I definitely prefer these. They work with my skin, and I think the biggest difference also is that they came out with more shades because we're not just, you know, like 3 or 4 shades. So they have quite a good range of it. Like I said, in the non-summer months, 30 beige matched me perfectly, so you don't need to get to, if you have a tan. I found that getting the 40 was good because I don't necessarily tan, although I'm really loving those Dr. Gross glow pads. Wow, love those. But I thought this would be good to do because, you know, it's sort of sheer enough and liquidy enough that I can use this to sort of darken up all my foundations. So, and it's not, you know, humongous bottle where it's just going to sit there and sort of kind of go rancid after a while. So I kind of liked it that it was sort of small and compact. And the only thing that I don't like about it is how much I have to shake this mother hell thing. Right, if I was to just show it to you right now, it would just be a watery hot mess because there is so much water in it, hence the name Aqua. So I will show you. This is the 30 beige. Let me see if... Okay. So you saw how much I shook that sucker. Okay. You know what? That one kind of worked. There have been times where I've shaken it like that, poured it out, and it separated and it was still super watery. Now I did just use this recently, whereas before it was kind of sitting for like maybe 10 days or so. So that's... The heck? Yeah, that's 30 beige. So you can see there. It's very sheer, has a great sort of fresh fragrance. When I use it, sometimes I'm like, ooh, what's that smell? And I realize, it's my face, it's my foundation. So now is this sort of, I think Hydromax, I believe they use the same fragrance that they did in their skincare line, the Hydromax line. Now don't quote me because I'm not a huge Chanel fanatic and know-it-all, so I don't really know, but I think I've read that and I think I've smelled both. It's very sheer, it's very light. I don't know how buildable it is. I don't know if you would choose sort of a water-based foundation if you wanted to have really good coverage anyways. Why would you spend all that work trying to build when you could just get sort of a more medium full coverage? I can't really speak about it because I haven't really tried to build it up. I love this because if I do wear foundation in the summer, that's a big if, because I notice when it gets real, like, you know, when it's 24 degrees, sure, I'll throw on, I'll slap some, you know, war paint on there. But when it's in like 29, 30, 31, forget it. I'm not wearing any kind of foundation. The only thing I'm doing is the This Works Perfect Look Skin Miracle, yada, and my Guerlain bronzer, and that's it. And even then, that's really pushing most of the time. Sunscreen, that's it. When it's really hot and humid. So for summertime, this is really light. I would say it's a light to medium. You can see, you know, you can see my hyperpigmentation, you can see my freckling coming through. So it's not super high coverage. I will show you the color of the 40. There we go. Yeah. See, that's looking a little bit gloopy and watery. It's looking really, really... That's the only crappy little thing about this. Although, I'm getting a bit of a workout. Biceps, biceps, people. There we go. So, as you can see, the first time I shook it, look at that. It's sort of like orange and it's just all water. And then the second time, it's a little bit firmer. It's a little bit firmer. So that's how, you know, it can go quite dark. Again, you just need to mix that little tiny dollop into this one. And it's fantastic. Now, you know, if you were to, now I'm quite pale because I've stopped doing any of the glow pads and stuff. So you can see it can go a tad orangey, but because I mix the two, I don't find it orangey. I wasn't walking around like an Oompa Loompa. And obviously, if you're going to go into the 40, you're obviously a darker skin tone than me, and so your own natural skin is going to come through and sort of cancel out that oranginess, because I really didn't notice it being like, oh, orange or anything. So yeah, it has a fantastic fragrance. If you don't like fragrances, it is quite strong. You really can smell it. So if you like unscented, this isn't the product for you. I like it for this size, for the darker color, if you're going to mix into your other foundations. It is very, very water-based, and it's about 50 bucks, so it's a little bit pricey, but I've used it quite a few times, and there's still a heck of a lot left. So, you know, do I like to get more bang for my buck? For sure. But sometimes, a lot of the times, you know, I just don't want things sitting around forever. Even though it might be okay psychologically in my head, it's like, that sucker has been sitting around for a long time. Do I want to put that on my face? So I don't actually mind the sizing. You can obviously get it at any Chanel counter. You can get it at Murrell. I would suggest for you Canadians getting everything that you can from Murrell if you've got a Shoppers Points card, because they do accept the points. And as you know, and as I've mentioned time and time again, that Shoppers Points card is amazing. It's the best point system in the entire country, hands down. You collect points so quickly, and I have gotten $300 worth of free cosmetics from any Shoppers. Beauty Bar, which carries, you know, Dior, Guerlain, all that sort of stuff, and Murrell carries Chanel, Yves Saint Laurent, Bobbi Brown. I have gotten sometimes they do like $250. Sometimes $300, like once a year, but the other times you get about $200 worth of free products. I have probably gotten $200 worth of free products at least 5 or 6 times. That is a lot of free, I mean, that's a lot of free stuff. That's like over $1,000 worth, easy. So definitely get a Shoppers Optimum Points. I said no for so long because I was like, oh, don't try and scam me with your points and your cards and you want all my information, blah, blah. And I said no for so long, and then finally one day, because of a great sales associate, which always makes a difference in the world, she's like, you know, you should really get it. And I was like, well, okay, if you say so, duh, because you're so sweet and nice. And I got one, and oh my God, I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for not having gotten one 10 years ago or however long they've had it, because it's that good. I literally have gotten $1,200 worth of free cosmetics over the years. It's very fast to get points, especially if you do, like, you know, double the points and you get 20,000 points for this, that, and whatever. Anyways, sorry folks, it's just for us Canadians. Yay, Canada. Anyways, I'm rambling. So I hope you found that helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask and I will try my best to answer them. Thanks, guys.